Hey guys, it's Mike with Redneck Politics. How are you guys doing? I hope you're well. Your family's well. Everybody's doing good. I've been on here many times, and I've always said, well, just pick a subject. Don't matter what day it is, when it is, just pick a subject, and you're gonna have something to talk about with Trump. And that's true. He everything that you hear about is something that has to do with him that's in the news. It doesn't matter whether it's threatening another country, whether going head to head about tariffs, whether he's considering on trying to steal an election, or pardon 1,500 convicted insurrectionists for January the 6th. But there's so much out there that's going on. It muddies the water so much that I really believe that is exactly what they want. Because your everyday American, they get up, they go to work, they have families, they go home, they go to vacations and stuff. They're not always just sitting around thinking about or watching something on the news about politics. And there's so much out there about Trump that I actually believe that people actually, Trump again, and they move on. Now, don't get me wrong about something. The Americans are wising up to all this. They see the things that Trump's trying to do. They know this ICE is totally out of control. Trump has shut the border down. He's done that. Everything he's done or said on the campaign trail, he's done. But he's not done yet, because he's still saying out loud and blatantly, I'm not leaving. I'm not going to give up power. He's not going to. I did a video on this shit 2 or 3 times. I had comments from people saying, well, he won't do that. Trump, he's not going to do that. Okay. Goddamn. You mean to tell me this man take and calls out insurrection against the United States government because he didn't think that the election was fair, that he lost? When he actually won? That man, he's not trying to give it up. He don't want to give it up. Trump has broke the law so many times, just within this past year. Him and his administration has done things. There's court orders that they just turn their nose up to. There's a lot of things that are kind of holding Trump and them back some, but that's only going to last for so long. He's going to keep poking shit with the needle until he finds that perfect spot. I think now these midterms are scaring the hell out of him, which I don't really fucking understand why. A man like Trump, and you're telling him his approval rating is only 37%. Numbers like that to Trump drives him fucking batty. Y'all know that. Everybody knows it. These numbers, he will stand up and he will argue with you and spew out lies that he knows ain't true, but he spews them out anyway because he thinks he's right. But right now he don't even act like he got a care in the fucking world. So why doesn't he care? Why isn't he having this, this, oh God, he's out of breath, I can't breathe moment? Well, it's coming, and I'm going to tell you why. You know that they want to take and nationalize elections. They want the feds to handle all the elections, not the state, which I don't think that's going to go over. I mean, come on, people, shit. But I do know this, that we can't keep having, distrust in our elections by nobody, no matter what party you're in. Once that tooth starts rotting out with that kind of decay, it don't stop until it's worn all the way down. And that's what's up right now, definitely with our parties. Trump, he is worried about these midterms elections because, see, this is the deal. Right now, he's got terms, right? Every president has 2 terms now. Well, Roosevelt, he had 4 terms, I think. But the thing with him, it was also during war, right? But anyway, they changed the law to make it to where presidents only have 2 terms. So he's now in his 2nd term. Well, the only way to really be legal and do that, he already seen that insurrection at the Capitol ain't gonna work. He checked that off your book. That ain't gonna work. Armed militia or something, that ain't gonna work either. I mean, he's got to come up with something because, he can't show his hand to the American people because the American people will see he ain't doing that but fucking trying to cheat everybody. He trying to steal this one. And he didn't argue last when he just won the election a year ago. He didn't make no arguments then that the elections were fucking scandalous and corrupt and everything else. Not one time did they mention anything about let's do recounts. But we're not Trump, right? It's just fucked up. But now you want to worry about it, and that's the reason why is because if he wants to change the law to where the president of the United States can do more than just 2 terms, he's got to have the Senate and he's got to have the House on his side, and they have to have the power in each one, either the Senate or they're gonna have the power, each one, plus the presidency, to even remotely come close to something like that. And right now, the problem is with these midterms, because he does have low numbers, he finna get shit stomped out of him. That's right. They say that blue tsunami's coming. I don't know, but I know this. It should be a pretty good win. I don't, I'm not one. I don't like to take and rub shit in people's faces. Nanny boo boo. I won. I'm not with all that, but I do want to win. I've never considered myself a Republican or a Democrat or even independent. I mean, I've got families that are so big that, hell, half of them are Republicans, the other halves are Democrats. And if you're an independent, you just shit out of luck, But, people say, well, you believe in you believe in the right to bear arms, so you're a Republican. If that's what makes you a Republican, is that all? But no, it's not, because, I believe in right and wrong. I believe in doing the things, doing right by people, doing right by my government, my country. Not trying to cheat them every time you turn around. I mean, we've all grew up. I'm a born 100% raised here in the United States fella. I'm just an old backwood redneck. I got some mileage on me. I got some wisdom on me. And I got mistakes on me. But the things that this man's doing is so blatant. I don't know if people are just, You know, they can't. They mock him so much, and I know he sees it. You know, I've always, you know, considered Trump a player. You know, him growing up, he wasn't nothing but a playboy, no different than, you know, the way all these, you know, if you got age on you like me, I remember when Saturday Night Fever come out. Well, that was the way it was back in the 70s, you know, and in New York City, it was just like it, and that he was a product of that, you know, and because he had a lot of moolah, you know, wasn't a bad looking dude, I guess. I mean, you got women, but don't, you know, there's another side to him now. He liked to get a haircut a lot, you know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, you hang out at the barber shop long enough, you're gonna get a haircut. He said he didn't have anything to do with them little young fillies. Only Epstein, right? You're not gonna prove it anyway, and not unless somebody comes out with something black and white. You're not gonna prove it. Just like this Epstein shit, you know, Epstein is not alive, and Epstein did not commit suicide. Epstein was killed, and it was on Trump's watch. Trump's scared. Not now, you know. The guy's dead. So that's a whole nother story. But there's too much bullshit with Epstein and the DOJ fighting so hard against that, and it's maddening to think about, because you know you have to remember that Trump and all his cronies and all his right-wing podcasters and like Dan Bongino and all them, Cash Patel, I mean, that was a big thing. Yeah, well, y'all elect us, we're going to expose every one of them son bitches in the Epstein files. They going to pay for it. And all of a sudden it's different from that, huh? I mean, damn, they said Trump's name was mentioned 38,000 times in these damn records. 38,000 times over a period of time. You know? I guess Trump just a popular guy and everybody, you know, like to holler at him. I don't know. But, you know, it's going to take a while to get all worked out. Right now, people, I'm telling you now, I love my country. And this country is being harmed right now by a president who has taken so much power, and it's gone so far out of control with him. I think Trump has lost all senses of everything. There's only one, I mean, he wants one thing: power and money at any cost. I mean, we had chips that was made here that other countries didn't have. Everybody wants these chips, but we keep them for ourselves because they're special, they're high tech, they're worth a hell of a lot more than just, I mean, they're very valuable. And what happens? We sell to UAE, I think it's UAE, but it's over there in the Arabian States, you know, $1 billion worth. You know, Trump only does things that helps himself. That's all. See, these things should have stayed, you know, top secret, and it should have been only used for us and our allies. Instead, now they're going to get out there in the hands of places like China and Russia, and the President of the United States is want to let all that come about. So who's at fault here? We need to get this man out and put a president in that cares about this country, and get rid of these folks that are in here lying to your faces while they're milking you for every fucking thing they can get, and don't care how illegal it is to get it. We've got to get those people out and show them that we're serious about, you break the law, we're going to show you. That's all of them. And we need to get them out of here and put people in that believe in who we are, what we stand for as a country, and our morals and values. I'm proud to be an American, and I'm going to keep bringing you the truth. You can believe that. Hit that alert bell, hit that like, and hit that subscribe. You guys, y'all have a good day. Nothing but love, peace to you, and I'll see you next time. Thank y'all.